Alright, so I'm getting ready to braid down my hair for the sew-in. Last time I was in a rush and I made pretty bulky braids down the back of my head, and I didn't secure them, which I should have, and I paid the price because they were unraveling up underneath my weave. When I scratched it, you would see it move, and it's just no fun. So this time I'm going to do two things differently. I'm going to make smaller braids for one, and then number two, I'm going to put a little weave on my braids. Now, one thing I always do before I start braiding my hair, I just lightly file my nails. I always have snags in my nails, and they take out pieces of my hair when I usually braid if I don't do this. So I'm going to start my braid to go completely across the front. Now, I can't braid that well, but I say I do a good enough job to attach the weave on. I was just trying to give my edges some strength with this weave and some thickness here, so when I do sew onto it, it doesn't just rip off my edges so easily. It'll have this weave there to help grab onto. I think I'm going to do some braids across the back. Now, did a couple rows in the back. I'm not too good with the circle braiding, so instead of doing that, I got a method from Miss Kiana Love. Shouts out to her. She's awesome. Just do kind of like a crisscross pattern. So I'm just going to bring this one all the way around. So that's to extend the weave. Anybody that used to do box braids knows all about that. As a matter of fact, box braids is how I actually started doing my own hair. My mom couldn't do hair to save her life. And, you know, like a lot of y'all, we ain't have much money to go out and get our hair done, so, you know, I had an image to uphold. I couldn't be going out like that, you know. But anyway, then I started learning how to do my own hair, and started off with learning how to do box braids. I used to do a microwave ponytail. How many of y'all remember the microwave ponytail? And I would do some box braids for my bang. And so that's how I would practice, and then I got confident enough to do my whole head in box braids, and then I brought the wet and wavy hair and started doing my hair like that. And later on, I started bonding my hair in, which I would bond it directly to my hair, and I would do that all the time. And so, needless to say, my hair fell all out. Then I just used to try to wear my hair Then I found sew-ins. I used to pay a girl to do that. And the only reason why I did is because, I couldn't braid well myself. So I would have her do my sewing. And so then I started from there practicing my braids and how to do quick weaves on stocking caps, and I became pretty good at, I'm not the best, but I take my time, my braids are decent enough for me to feel confident to do my own sewing. So I just started practicing with techniques on that, checking out others on YouTube, figuring out what works, what doesn't, how it works, how I can make it work for me. It's good to share your knowledge. So as I'm going through these trials and tribulations, I said, maybe I should put up some videos of my own. Maybe somebody will find what I'm doing helpful. So. And plus, everybody has a little bit of vanity. You like to see yourself on camera, but I think I kind of talk weird. I didn't know I talked so weird. I have a weird speech pattern. I never realized it till I started doing these videos. But anywho. I'm going in. And I'm gonna go hard. After I finish braiding this down, I'm going to secure the braids back here, sew them down. Make sure you sew them down. I made the mistake of not sewing them down once, and they were unraveling up underneath the cap, and when you scratch it, you see the whole thing moving. With the good sewing, you're not supposed to see that at all. Okay, so I braided down my hair. I secured the braids that were hanging down first, and then I put the mesh cap on top. I sewed the mesh cap right here on the braid and right around here, and then I pulled it down so I didn't have that sticking out. The hair always pulls the cap back when I sew it on, so that's why I didn't pull it back before I sewed it onto the braid, because it will on its own. This is the hair, ready to go. I think it's going to be nice. Again, the type of hair I got is Milky Way Pure. I think you can see that. Milky Way Pure. It says it's the best quality for its price range. We'll see.